Apple, what are you doing? So they recently announced the new iPad Pro, the thinnest product they ever produced with the incredible power of the M4 chip. I gotta give props to Apple, their ARM-based M chips are insanely good. That said, this ad is dumb. The ad depicts a crushing machine and how it slowly but surely crushes everything on sight. Musical instruments, arcade machines, paints, all sorts of things. The end result shows the iPad Pro lying among all the wreckage. The idea is that all these things can be done on the iPad, which is technically true, but do you really have to show it this way? Do you really have to crush all these lovely objects just to make a point? We love all these things individually. Heck, we need them sometimes for our creative process. Those guitar samples wouldn't exist without the guitars. This ad is insensitive to everyone that appreciates the old school way of doing things, or artists who felt like their work is reduced to a tablet. There are plenty of creative works that can be done on Apple products. This is not it. It's no secret that I am not a fan of Apple products. They're not giving the best value for money, but they are still great for productivity, or at least for those who are more productive with the ecosystem. There are plenty of creators that can only work on Apple products. I don't blame them. I tried Mac and Linux. They're just not for me, so I know how that feels. I'm not a fan of Windows either. I made that very clear, but that's the only operating system that I'm good at. I'm also a fan of Samsung products. I've been a loyal Samsung phone user for years now. The A54 is a phenomenal mid-ranger that I recommend to everyone who wants to get into Android. Now it's replaced with the A55, which is slightly better, but notice that I said that I'm a fan of Samsung products, not Samsung. The Apple ad literally crushed creativity, but Samsung embraced them. Here's a person playing some good old guitar using a Samsung tab as a music sheet. Wow, great response, Samsung. Absolutely and utterly wrecked. But nah, I don't think this is a win. Creativity cannot be crushed, but also Galaxy AI. Now, to be fair to Samsung, their AI is mostly not generative AI. It's more like an assistant AI that helps users with these tasks. Unfortunately, it's only available for flagship users, and it's free until 2026. Look, I love it when companies make diss ads. Apple dissed Microsoft when they released Vista. PlayStation dissed Xbox when they made Xbox One always online. They still haven't recovered, for the record. Unfortunately, the diss ads have been garbage lately. Remember the one Epic made against Apple? Yeah, that was trash. You can diss Apple all you like, Samsung, but I still remember when you dissed them for not having a charger included, but then you too don't have a charger included. So no, Samsung, you too take the L on this one. What's with the hidden replies? I have been considering moving to Xiaomi for a while now, but maybe next year when I experience one of their Redmi series. I've been interested in their budget entry Redmi 12. I want to see how it performs for browsing and watching YouTube videos. I only use my phone for those. Android users can reap the benefit of saving lots of money, but if you are going with Apple products, at least go with their older or used ones and save some money. Check out this crazy thing that people are doing. Apparently, people are not buying new phones every year. How crazy is that?
An iPhone 12 in 2024 is crazy.
I'm not so sure what's so crazy about that. The iPhone 12 was released in 2020, and it's a decent enough phone in 2024, especially when Apple is known to support phones for a long time. It does the job. I think you can get this phone used or refurbished for much less, though I personally recommend just buying an Android if you want the best value. I'm not sure why it's crazy. I respect people who use older iPhones more than those who use the latest models. That's them being frugal and saving money, and using the product as much as they can. Apparently, others in the quote tweets also disagree, and a bunch of others down in the replies are also disagreeing. So don't worry for those who still have old iPhones. If it still works and it's functional and not broken, it's fine. No need to get another one. But at least consider Android. Unfortunately, most people in America and other Western countries put Apple products as some form of a social status. It's true that there are women that will straight up dismiss you if you use an Android, but if you ask me, those women aren't worth chasing to begin with. But what about laptops? Are you gonna get discriminated against for not using a MacBook? Well, turns out smartphone users aren't the only ones getting mocked for not being Apple.
Look at the laptop they gave me at my new job.
Ah, the Lenovo ThinkPad. That's like a staple of office work laptops. I got an old one from my friend a couple of years ago. This one says Lenovo X13 Yoga, and this model has an Intel Core i5 with a V Pro designation on it. V Pro, to put it simply, is a CPU that's designed for business. That sticker is only something you see on 12th gen Intel, which was a couple of years old. Not to mention, V Pro laptops actually cost more than your standard laptops. To put it simply, you got a really good work-oriented laptop in your hand. I guess you're not appreciating appreciating it because it's not a MacBook. I had a MacBook. I gave it to my girlfriend because I'm not a fan. And I can see how someone can only work on a MacBook and nothing else. Just don't come and brag about how better your MacBook is. You're most likely going to lose. There are plenty more hooplas to discuss involving all sorts of interesting people. But before we get to all those, I want to say huge thanks to all these wonderful sponsors. You're all fantastic. If you want to see your names among these legends, then check out the links down below. Just $1 and you have supported this channel a lot. Seriously, thank you so much. And now, let's talk about this stupidity. I don't understand why people make these arbitrary connections.
Why do right-wingers like anime so much?
The same reason why left-wingers like anime so much. Because they're fun. They're fun to watch. They're good. They have good stories, good characters, good design. They look nice. They have fan service sometimes. It's not a political thing.
Right-wingers online tend to be low in agreeableness.
What the hell are you talking about? Agreeableness is a person's ability to be kind and considerate. Are you saying right-wingers aren't kind and considerate?
Asians are also very low in agreeableness compared to whites. Asian women were less agreeable than white men.
This has nothing to do with anime. This has nothing to do with anything. I don't understand why this is related in any way.
Maybe anime is low agreeableness, and this attracts online right-wingers.
Maybe anime is low agreeableness. You're clearly talking out of your ass. There's no need to comment and make sense of things you haven't seen and you clearly don't understand. Yeah, this is a stupid thing happening online where people take something mildly popular and associate it with whatever political leanings that came on their mind. It can be something they love or it can be something they hate. When they do that, they do this. More of this discourse.
All art is political doesn't mean that Scrappy-Doo is secret communist propaganda.
Actually, it does. There are lots of takes online taking fictional stories or fictional characters and they look at them through a political lens. Batman is a fascist. That's a good example. Right-wingers love anime. Helldivers are fascists.
It means that all art is created by human labor, which is a political process.
Human labor? Why would you say that? That implies a lack of passion towards producing art and that it's all a chore, a part of an industrial supply chain. Yeah, if you're in the entertainment industry, but not to everyone else who has passion and makes art because they're fun. To say that all art is a political process is an intellectually and mentally deficient way to see it. You are so brain-rotted in politics that you can no longer recognize that people have hobbies and genuine passion when they are loved and cared for.
You need to seek professional help.
Speaking of discourses that just can't seem to go away, I don't understand why people put priorities on asking this. This again. I thought we tackled this already. Yes, men prefer games over sex. What more do you need? Do I have to elaborate? Okay, then let me elaborate. Finding a sexual partner is not easy. Prostitution is illegal. And finding a loyal and loving partner is hard. And finding one is the easy part. Maintaining one is much harder. Games can be bought and even pirated from the 7 Seas. Also, they're fun and don't require a lot of movement. Sex is a moderate intensity workout. It's great, but it's also tiring. What's more important, you ask? Finding a wife or playing video games? Most people would rather play games than find a wife. Relationships are work. It's a lot of compromise, commitment, and responsibility that even middle-aged adults aren't ready yet. Gaming is not work for most people. It's relaxing, it's fun, it's cathartic, plain and simple. One thing that the virgin gamers can feel relieved about is that at least they won't be getting STDs, and they certainly won't be getting hurt during major intercourse. This is just stupid. It's a Reddit post about this guy who hurt his wife during sex. The guy's taking testosterone for enhanced results in the gym. That's not how it works, you idiot. The second paragraph is about how rough the sex was, and how his wife being so feminine just turns him on more. Yeah, it's almost as if they're women or something. The next part is how apologetic he is for being rough, and that she's cute and great and all that. Yeah, this is fiction. Clearly written by a woman because no guy talks like this. And even if it's not fiction, this guy is suffering from success and he wants to rub it all in our faces by pretending that it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Congrats, dude. You have a loving wife that tolerates you even when you're being rough on sex. This is like hearing about billionaires complaining that their 12th Lamborghini got bird poop all over the windshield. Am I supposed to feel bad for you? Because I don't. Yeah, these people are suffering from success, but at least suffering from success is better than suffering from stupidity. This is a stupid post.
Whoever made this can go straight to hell.
Really? You really can't read that. You don't even have to solve the equation because the results are predictable. It's a creative looking clock for those who want to be pretentious about their math skills. Seriously, do you know how to count to 12?
I do, but the equations is funny.
Huh. Forgive me for not getting that impression when you tell the person who designed this to go straight to hell. Sorry, I must have missed the funny part. I brought this up because while the post about this pretentious looking analog clock is stupid, the fact that teenagers are unable to read analog clocks is even more stupid. Granted, this is old news, but I just find it astonishing that teenagers straight up can't tell time through analog clocks. It's really not that hard, but what can you do with education nowadays? Also, Snopes? Yeah, schools aren't removing analog clocks, but some students don't know how to read analog clocks. That part should be emphasized better. I feel like that's a bigger issue. And that's all for the video today. Thank you all so much for watching. If you like this video, please don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more. Don't forget to check out my ABB Show channel, link down below. Go subscribe as always. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you all next time.